This is Morning Motivation for Educators on the Bee Podcast Network. Learn about all the shows at beepodcastnetwork.com. You'll hear from a variety of formal and informal educators who help put this podcast together. If you'd like to contribute your voice to the show, please go to morningmotivationedu.com to apply. Good morning, my friends. I am Candice Noss, a physical therapist, a life coach, a lifelong Christian, a mother of 6, and I created my business, the Mind, Body, Spirit Trifecta, where I liberate, enlighten, and empower others to elevate their mind, body, and spirit and own their divine greatness. Hello, beautiful friends. It's Thursday. Have you had a chance to ponder on what you are deeply thankful for this week? Today, I'm thankful for the power of communication, and specifically, compassionate communication. Oh, how important compassionate conversation is to building relationships of trust. Last week, I made the choice to have a difficult conversation with an important person in my life. I realized if our relationship was ever to heal and build, some issues really needed to be addressed and resolved. Otherwise, we would continue to do the avoidance dance, skirting issues and never achieving the genuine connection I hope to experience with all the important people in my life. To show up in alignment with who I really am, I needed to own my truth by explaining my thoughts, feelings, and actions related to this individual. I fasted about this relationship prior to our conversation and have been praying for months about how to proceed. 2. Byron Katie said, "Defense is the first act of war." It is so true. Watch out for being defensive. When you recognize you or the other person is getting defensive, stop. Take a step back. If the goal of the conversation is to improve the relationship, then understanding with compassion must take place, even if you don't see eye to eye on some things. Defensiveness is a warning sign that the conversation is headed in the wrong direction. One of my favorite tricks for compassionate conversations is to remember this saying, "I get curious, not furious." If we can live by this mantra, we will stay out of the defensive posture and land in compassion, the compassion that's required for effective conversation every time. Number 3, avoiding hard conversations due to fear of contention is toxic to relationships. Refusing to take part in communicating when someone takes a risk to share and is vulnerable, well, that poisons trust. These actions imply one doesn't care enough about the relationship to work on it. It assumes the other person is incapable of listening and insinuates that you aren't interested in understanding why they feel what they do or in hearing what they have to say. Fear, avoidance, resistance, and unyielding stiffness in your stance shuts down compassionate communication and destroys relationships when problems arise. I've often heard it said that we can only take 2 things with us when we leave this world: our knowledge and our relationships. If there's a relationship in your life you need to work on, start the healing process today by choosing to compassionately communicate. I am so thankful for the healing and building up of relationships that comes from this compassionate communication. My recipe for a compassionate conversation is to sandwich the conversation with love at the beginning and end, and then from a place of calm and curiosity, express your thoughts, feelings, and actions toward this person. Ask a lot of questions about the other person's thoughts, feelings, and actions as you seek to understand. Remember, understanding and agreeing are 2 different things. Deep down at our core, everyone just wants to be loved. We all just want to be heard, seen, and accepted as enough, just the way we are, despite imperfections. It's my hope that compassion and understanding are the driving force behind all your conversations, especially the difficult ones. Relationships are worth the effort. I'm so thankful for relationships, even the hard ones, because they become our biggest teachers. If you're struggling, reach out to me. I would love to help. Thank you for joining me today and for being part of my journey. I believe in you and I truly am thankful for you. If you'd like more from me, grab my free video about taking your self-talk from crappy to happy. I'd love for you to join my Thankful Thursday email and listen to and subscribe to my podcast called Designed for Greatness with Candice Noss. Links are in the show notes. And whatever you do today, remember one thing. You are designed for greatness. Whatever role you have in education, we have a podcast for you at the bpodcastnetwork.com. Who among your friends and colleagues needs to hear this message today? Please share it with them right now. Reflecting upon our conversation gave me some powerful insights, which I'm grateful for, about difficult conversations in relationships and how to have compassionate communication. 1, there is opposition in all things, and every relationship will be 50-50. When issues arise, which they will, nothing has gone wrong. The choice we have in each of our relationships is to address the problems that come up and continue growing together, or else we will avoid and ignore the problems and continue drifting apart.